This is Dronex Inc, and I'm a mixed media artist and sculptor. It all originated out of sort of like the figure of the drone, like many years ago in a ceramics class where I was making this figure to kind of represent, I don't know, kind of like conformity and like lack of critical thought and sort of, I don't know, media manipulation kind of themes, you know. And then as I was making these things over and over, it was like, well, you got to make them in mass quantities to kind of get the idea across. There needs to be like a multiplicity. And then it's kind of become like the my nom de plume, where instead of like using my name and having people like associate what I do with what my name is and you know, all that, it's kind of like a real detached, neutral kind of a conceptual label. I mean, it's not like I did it, but I feel like it's kind of, you know, one of the people who's out there putting up work to kind of get that interest and that ball kind of rolling in that direction a little bit, you know. I would much rather have like half the murals I don't like and half the murals I like, and as long as there's still murals going up, like, I think it's a good thing. I don't know, I really like the Captain, you know, down 3rd Street. It's like really very vibrant and like a nice finished piece, you know. It wasn't hurried or anything like that, so it was always nice. People interact with it, you know, it's in a real public spot, so it's always good when your art is out there living its life, you know. It's kind of one of those things where it's like if you just keep on doing what you're doing, eventually you like transcend from being an outlaw to like, you know, being kind of a, you know, a creative renegade that people want to kind of give opportunities to. So, you know, I feel like the older you get, the more it's nice to have stuff like that, you know, and not just kind of like running around, running from the law and all that business, which is fun, but you know, it's got its price too. But I'd come from an artistic background too. Like my dad is an oil painter, and so I'd always kind of like had that in the back of my head, like where it's just like, yeah, you're an artist. Like you're gonna be an artist one day, you know. Like one of these days when I grow up, you know, I guess I'll just be a painter like my dad. And I mean, it's not exactly the same, but it's sort of that way. You know, it's almost like I've waited too long, and now I'm afraid to move someplace and like have to get a job at Home Depot or something, you know. Because I think, you know, one thing is like being an artist and a sculptor too is just like it's a struggle just to like keep space and like keep a studio and like maintain all your, collect all your tools and all that kind of stuff. You know, it just gets to be kind of like it's a lot to deal with. I would like to be, you know, just making work full time and, you know, making work for shows. But the whole difficult thing is just like getting your work in front of the right people and the right places and things like that, which, you know, Lexington isn't really, you know, for that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like you can sell horses and stuff here maybe, but still it's just kind of like a different kind of culture here. But yeah, just gotta sell some work to somebody.